Hey there, good morning. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of our work week with the weekend right around the corner. And with that, we're going to see some changes coming into the forecast yet again this week. We'll see some rain chances, beneficial rain chances, I might add, coming in beginning on our Saturday, lasting all throughout the weekend, even to the early part of next week. We all know we desperately need that rain in the forecast, so I'm happy to say that we'll have it. But now, how much can we really expect in terms of rainfall accumulations? I'll have the answer to that in the next few moments. Right now, though, let's go ahead and get you out the door in terms of what you expect your forecast right now at this moment. Across most of our neighborhoods, waking up to temperatures mostly in those upper 70s to lower 80s. Corpus Christi sitting at 78 degrees, 78 as well over in Beeville. Rockport waking up to a temperature of 83 degrees, 77 over in Alice. All of us are now having our winds consistently, more so at least, coming in from the southeasterly direction. That's going to add to that moisture component that's going to lead towards some warmer conditions here in the forecast, but that humidity is actually going to act as somewhat of a break in terms of that more drier heat that we had in place yesterday and the day before that, leading towards those 100-degree temperatures, kind of dialing back ever so slightly with those temperatures still hanging on, though, into those upper 90s by this afternoon. Taking a look at that hour-by-hour forecast, also on the account of that extra moisture building into the area, we're going to see that kind of represented in a little bit more cloud cover in our skies. Still ample sunshine on the way, but just a little bit more passing clouds that we can expect in the area. Temperatures reaching into those lower 90s by 11 o'clock in the morning and already approaching those mid-90s yet again by the afternoon. Feel like temperatures are still going to range too in those triple digits, still capping out nearby 105 up to 106 degrees throughout most of our neighborhoods and communities here in the coastal bend by around 2 and 3 o'clock this afternoon. But like I mentioned, that heat's still going to be packing a punch for us, but just a tiny bit of a break in terms of us being maybe 2 to 3 degrees cooler in terms of not having 100-degree temperatures and just reaching into those upper 90s by this afternoon, but still going to expect hot and muggy conditions in the forecast today. Heat risk is still going to be an issue for us, still going to see across the coastal bend, all of us under that moderate to major risk of heat danger, maybe a few splotches of purple on the map just south of Cotulla, going to be under that extreme risk for heat danger in that neighborhood there. So still going to be dealing with some heat dangers. You still want to make sure you're practicing heat safety, but we'll have some improvement on the way beginning tomorrow on our Saturday. Less of that major risk with those fewer red splotches on the map, and that's going to continue to go in more of a positive direction ahead for us on Sunday as well as that rain starts to enter the forecast. Now, what's going to give us our rain chances ahead is going to be a couple weather features here. First, we have this cold front that's going to push its way all the way down south to us here in South Texas. It's going to begin to lose its steam as it approaches us down here, but it will be holding up itself together enough so we can see a slight cool down in our temperatures, and again, also some promising rain chances on the way. Now, what's also going to drive our rain chances along with that frontal boundary, of course, interacting with the moisture that we currently have in place, is deep tropical moisture coming in from remnants of what was Tropical Storm Lorena. So that's going to continue to make its way across Mexico, eventually wrapping its way to us here in South Texas beginning on our Saturday, leading towards our promising rain chances on the way all weekend to the early part of next week. Now, also taking another look on the other side here from the Pacific, now moving on towards the Atlantic, we're still monitoring this area of low pressure, this a tropical wave that's looking at a bit of a 70 to 80% chance of formation over the next 7 days. Right now, forecasted to make a trap potentially nearby the Caribbean islands, so we'll see in terms of its track and how it's going to form and develop over the next few days here. But for our weekend forecast, like I mentioned, thanks to those weather features, that frontal boundary and that deep tropical moisture, that's going to lead towards our really promising rain chances this weekend and a dip in our temperatures towards those lower 90s on Saturday and eventually those upper 80s on Sunday, so a little bit more of a dial back in our temperatures underway. Looking at our rain chances ahead for us this weekend, though, potentially on your Saturday here, we'll see again those looking to be pretty promising for us, and anything between more isolated to even widely scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be starting to develop over the afternoon and continuing heading in towards the late evening hours on your Saturday too. But again, those rain chances aren't just going to stick around for the weekend. They look pretty decent ahead for us for the early start of next week too, even on our Monday, potentially not so much on Tuesday. It kind of just depends on if that frontal boundary stalls close enough towards the coast after it pushes beyond the coastal bend, whether or not those rain chances will remain strong. But either way, still looking at promising rain on the way.